Plus 60. Hello and welcome to Conscious Gatherers. My name is Beverly Thompson and I'm here with AJ Royce.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome to episode 139, and this is our sixth season. And today's date is February the 4th, 2025. So anyway, I was thinking about our podcast, actually, 4 weeks ago, and it was called 2025, a year of revelations, and revelations was in all caps. So, anything happened recently? So a lot of things coming out, and some people are going to believe it, some people aren't. So use your discernment in everything. But we're feeling that everything's going to turn out beautifully. That doesn't mean that we're not going to go through the storm, which I believe we talked about last week. Yeah. So, do you want to say any more on that? She does this to me. It's like no, like okay.
If I have something to say, I'll say
it. All right. Well, welcome. You can tell we're good friends. It's like the way it is. So, okay, we do have a lot to share, as always, and insights and things that have been coming to us, and how we've been feeling. I just wondered how you're all feeling out there. If you're a little bit uptight, a little bit of anxiety, tiredness, or whatever else. You want to add to that?
Well, some people are experiencing different illnesses and things such as that nature.
Definitely have, especially that the flu or that cold flu has been going around, and both of us had it at the same time, 3 or 4 weeks ago. So, yeah, and I know Royce was on the other end of the phone, and I could really hear it in your voice. It was a struggle. So
I did my best.
You did well, actually. So anyway, we're going to move on to our insights for today. And I'm going to start off. And a couple days ago, I saw an old video, and it was in black and white, so you can tell how old it was. And it was a gentleman. I don't know his name. I don't know the year that this was done. But anyway, he was talking about the greatest story ever told, and talking about the Bible and this and that, and how things, how some people have interpreted the Bible is not really what it was saying. I'm not going to go through all of that, but it got me to thinking about one of my writings, and it's the 80th writing, which is the last writing in my first book, Mystery of the Universe, is called The Greatest Story Ever Told. So, because I'm thinking, when I heard and watched that video, I thought, okay, what does my writing say? So I'm going to share that with you right now. And then we may jump around a little bit, so do jump in whenever you feel comfortable to do so. And
Did you want to put that over here?
Because I'm looking away from the, excuse me, I'm looking away from the screen, and I really don't want to do that. So thank you. So just pondering about the greatest story ever told, and I'm going to go through that in a bit. Have you ever pondered what the story truly is? Have you ever thought about that, or do you feel that's Jesus as our Savior? Which, it's okay. A lot of people feel that. He came here for a specific reason, and he, amazing individual. So, my thoughts as a Savior, not really. And outside of, he brought a great light to the earth. So he came in at quite a time, and then his teachings have been passed along through many, many years. And of course, the New Testament is about his life. So, I was pondering, let's look a little bit deeper, and I'm asking you all to look deeper. And what do you think he was trying to tell us? What do you think he was trying to tell us about us? And I'm now gonna give you a little more information in just a bit. So, okay, us as in humanity, and you know, what's going on? And as I was writing this, the pen I was using went dry, and I thought, huh, does this mean anything? Because look at everything. There's a meaning behind it. Since my pen went dry, I thought, huh, you're writing a story. And I think that's a lot of what he was trying to tell us because it is us. And so I'm going to share that with you right now.
If I
Go ahead.
may interject,
Please do.
One of the things he's quoted as saying is all this and more, or all these things and more that you can do. So, referring to things that appear to be miraculous things. So,
It's us. It's all of us. Um, he, so I use the name Sananda. It's more of a cosmic name. It's actually a family. But Yeshua, I prefer to call him Yeshua versus Jesus. I think it's Jesus has been the England, can't say the word, Anglican name. His name was, they call him Yeshua, more of a guttural sound, a Yeshua. So he did assist me in my writings, and so he did assist me, of course, with what I'm going to share with you right now. And what he said, uh, one moment here, he said, "This indeed is the greatest story ever told. No, it is not about my life as Yeshua ben Joseph, but about you, all of you who have incarnated at this juncture to bring about the true peace and understanding of your divinity. You shall move mountains. You shall travel not only on this planet, but to many other planets. You shall migrate to places unseen and unheard of. This and much more awaits you. Are you ready?" So I laughed at that because I know I put out yesterday about notification is the only thing I kept hearing, which we've heard quite a few times in the last few years.
yeah.
Be ready. Are you ready? And some of these, what was the one that you get?
Uh, that was when Jan
Yeah.
appeared to me, and she said, "I hope you're ready." Now, this is a woman who was speaking from the other side.
Yeah.
And I was in the car, and she says this, "I hope you're ready." And then she just disappeared. And I was like, "No, leave me hanging."
what is this all about? So we're still getting, are you ready? And then be ready. And it's like, what is all this? But I feel that's everything that's going on right now. So let me get further into what this writing has to say. Okay, here we go. They said, "Greetings in the light of the most radiant one. You who read of these words," obviously you're listening, excuse me. Excuse me. Okay. "You who read of these words or hear and feel the thoughts as they pour through you, know that you were chosen to be one of those beings who came to this planet to be of assistance. Know in your hearts and minds that the trip to this place and time has been on your schedule for eons. Know that you have been led here by your thoughts, integrating with other thoughts of this grand plan of ascension." So now, and they said, know that you were chosen. It's because you chose it. But I think there were a lot of souls that wanted to come into this plane, and it's like, yeah, maybe they weren't quite the ones to do that. So all of you listening, you're all part of that. No matter where you're at on this spectrum of understanding. Okay?
Mhm.
All right. Did you know that time does not really exist? Now, we have discussed that, but it came out in this writing too. So it doesn't really exist. It is just a construct to bring you to this point of realization that all you see, hear, taste, smell, and feel are a microcosm of what you really are. Just think about that. Wow. Obviously, a lot more than this physical body. Your senses far exceed the 5 physical senses. You will understand when your other 12 senses come into your awareness. Yes, 12 is the magic number coupled with the 5 that will bring you to the realization that this universe is just a stop on the way to the manifestation of the many galaxies and other universes that too are constructs of the heart and mind. I can hear you saying, "Whoa, what are you talking about?" Many universes we are making. Explain this. What is this powerful stuff? Interesting stuff. Okay. Powerful is each and every one of you. Never doubt who and what you are. Resign to the fact that it is you who are the decision makers, the plant, sorry, planners, not planters, planners, and the designers. Clarity of your mind and body are the opportunities for you to grasp the meaning of such a statement. Clear out the debris that has accumulated through your many lives on this planet, as well as your lives on many of the other planets in this galaxy and thousands of others. Whoa. Whoa wasn't in the writing. To continue. Each of you is a thread that is a connection to everything that exists now and forevermore. You are an integral part of the whole with everyone, no less and no more than your fellow souls. Understand the message that you are no less and no more than anyone, anywhere, anytime. You each have your own agenda, and that agenda may change as one aspect of your creation is finished to begin the next aspect. It does go on to creation layers, and I'm not sure if I want to get into that right now. Your thoughts on that?
I don't have anything to say.
All right, to keep it going. Talks about we're all in a creation layer, then we move to another layer and into another layer. And they just said space and time are your guides for your creation. So these are all our creations. That's not only all of us on Earth, but what we would term elsewhere. And the other thing I wanted to point out in this writing is that freedom is yours to engage in the experience of your creations. So as well as other souls within your layer. So, we have talked about what we do here and how that affects everything. And, other beings in our galaxy, etc. Because what we do here affects them all. And that's what they're saying. We're all in this together. So it's just pretty interesting as we're starting to understand our total role in creation.
Yeah.
Just great, It's
Oh,
go ahead.
Something you were saying earlier reminded me of something that was going around back in the 70s. I believe it was the Deserato.
Yeah.
Deserato. Is that it? Desiderata or something like that.
Yeah.
I can't remember what they called it.
Yeah.
But it was something written by a monk many, many years ago. But it had, you are a child of the universe, no less than the trees and the stars. You have a right to be here. And whether or not it is clear to you, no doubt the universe is unfolding as it should. So we're all just, you can't put words to it. You can feel it, but it's hard to put words to it.
Yeah. Well, here's some more things. I'm looking at what I've underlined in this writing. So The creation layers, it goes into, our five senses, and we're going to be obviously operating under 17, 5 and 12, 17 senses. And it's hard to comprehend that, but, Sixth Sense, yeah. We talked about Sixth Sense. There was a movie called The Sixth Sense.
Mm-hmm.
And, we use our sixth sense. And, people, when they're trying to remember things, it's interesting. They'll touch their forehead.
Mm-hmm.
And so what is that? That's in their
Third-
pineal gland.
Third eye.
Yeah, third eye. Yeah. So it's interesting talking about it, all seeing eye. We're going to get to that in a moment. But to continue on, just a couple things that this writing does say. Your dreams and your goals in each life will be attained unless those goals are not in alignment with the central source in your creation layer. So some of the stuff's going on now. To understand alignment is divine love in the upliftment of all souls. Therefore, know the source, that source that would only permit the higher vibrational thought patterns to exist. Any lower thoughts or vibrations will be transmuted, happening now. It is the free choice of all souls to create from their hearts and minds, but choosing the lower thought forms will keep one from knowing and understanding the movement of creation. Interesting, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so these words that we're getting now. They said, talking about lower thought forms, they will remain in a pattern until they are ready to transcend. I guess it's all thought forms. Transcend into a higher vibrational mode of being. You who have come to this planet Earth came to assist in transcending the lower vibrations so that each and every being can move into the next vibration in understanding and experiencing creation. Each soul in this layer of creation can then move on in the making of new creations of love made manifest. Your abilities are endless, and with the increased vibrations of the once lower thought forms, your senses will be enhanced and the true knowledge of your being be understood. And this information, they signed off. We are the light bearers. We work with all beings who have come to this planet of free choice to assist in the harmony of the worlds. So this is really big. And it goes along with what we talked about last week when we talked about something really big is happening, and talked about other beings that we're going to be seeing or coming to face with. They're starting to show themselves more and more. Feel they have again worked with our government and continue to work with some of our government and also private people. And some of them come forth, some people come forth, and some of them don't. And we talked about ridicule in the last episode, and because people are ridiculed for it. But and some of them I thank them for doing it, coming forth to expose all of this stuff that's been going on. It's like, come on, it's time for us to get on with this. Talked about the harmony of the worlds. Indeed, that's what's happening. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. um, so, are we being shown many of the patterns that we ascribe to be an absolute? I guess think of that. Well, it's got to be this way. It's always been this way. You sure?
Maybe, maybe not.
Exactly. I think that's what we're finding out. Talking about the true history of the Earth, and you even got that message, and I'm still seeing it out there. We've been lied to. It's all been lies. I'm like, well, what do you mean?
Yeah, a planet full of lies.
Yeah, it's like, nah, we're not doing that anymore. So, and however it comes out, and it's like, oh, okay. What do you do with that? And it's like, we do have choices, and it's up to us to continue on, make the changes. People are getting these aha moments and realizations, and we do keep getting the word movements, and even mentioned it in that writing. And so that's what's happening now as we're moving on to a higher frequency of being. So, think about where do you fit? Where do each of us fit into all of this?
Yeah, and I think right now we're in a time where, there's so much happening, so much changing, so much movement going on for each of us individually that, at first it feels like, it's a challenge sometimes to make a change. But once you do make a change and you get on with that movement, it does a funny thing. It creates its own momentum. And the momentum is a thing that carries you forward and it keeps building and building. And so it becomes easier and easier as time goes on.
Good point. Very good point.
Well, thank you.
Okay. Okay. I'm just checking out my notes. So this is an insight today, and I heard flushing is going on, a great purge. So, and I heard black energy is being exposed as this energy cannot stand the outpouring of love. Some, no, okay, excuse me, some races, as in other beings inside our earth, are being removed by or through their ships and not to return. And the passages that they were in are being closed. So that was brought up today. Like, pretty much knew that, but I don't know if we're going to see their ships or how that's being done. But I do remember starting to see that not long ago, probably a couple of months ago. It's like, no, these guys are leaving. They can't be here anymore. The vibratory rate or the reason for being is, they need to go elsewhere. And so some of their ships are coming in to get them, or they have their own ships and it's coming out of the earth.
We even assisted with that about a year and a half ago. There were some beings that needed to leave.
Oh, yeah.
It was very uncomfortable for them because of the changes going on here on the face of the earth, the vibratory rate, in that flux of raising was becoming very uncomfortable for them, and they were having a hard time uh, getting to their ships in order to leave. And I really can't remember the details of how that transpired, but we assisted in helping them to get on out.
Totally forgot about that.
Yeah, I had too.
Yeah, but it sounded familiar, but yeah. A lot of we've been involved in some things, and we don't tell you everything. But anyways, it's been been very interesting. That you just do your thing.
Yeah,
and to help out.
Everybody's doing their part right now.
Yeah,
we don't always, all of us wear the same hats, and each of us don't wear the same hat every day. We may change hats several times a day.
Exactly. Because some of this gets to be a lot, and so we all have our little projects to do. I know I do. Like, okay, it's time to go out in the garden, or it's time to do some artwork, whatever it may be. And I'm a designer, so it's like, oh, I'm really in the mood to design some things, whatever it may be. So each of us have our own things that we enjoy doing, and sometimes we need a break from one thing to go to another, and then we just kind of keep ourselves more aligned within ourselves.
Yeah,
I think that makes sense.
Kind of play the balancing act.
Yeah,
because it can get heavy when you're too much in doing things in another realm and doing things in this realm. It can get heavy either way. So
yeah.
Do the balancing act.
Okay.
Do you think that leads to this?
It sure does.
Okay. What I intuited was this, and it has to do with the word relax. Today, we stand in awe of the accomplishments coming forward. The cry has been for peace, and peace you shall have. Relax And as the scripture states, comfort ye my people. The mountains of falsehood are being swept away as if with a mighty hand. Relax and take in the beauty of nature. Relax and share a smile with your neighbors. Relax and share the abundance of grace with all whom you meet. Relax and be at peace with yourself, for therein lies the truth. Peace lies within. It is not a commodity. It is not something that anyone else can give you. It is the truth within. Relax and be at peace with yourself. And I was really in need of that because you can get, like I said, unbalanced. You can get caught up in doing one thing or another, and it becomes a bit much to handle. So I was told to just relax.
When you came over today, that was it. And then you received that. I thought, wow. So, and it goes along with, what we talked about, the greatest story ever told. All fits together.
Yeah.
Relax. So even though we're in the
it's
storm.
working out.
Or whatever it is that helps you relax. So, if you get uptight, then just go within and go into meditation or whatever, and then just think of the word and just relax or listen to some soft music. That usually helps. And it helps you get clarity on the many things if you're asking questions. And if you don't, that's okay. It's going to come to you somehow. And all you do is have to listen and pay attention. So just keep that in mind as we're going through these days and going through what we term the storm. And as it's going to be over. And, we've talked about the new golden era. So that's where we're heading. So that's that.
Good stuff.
It is good stuff. And the last thing I received today was know who you are, know the land you are on. You are the resource of this reality. There is no other recourse. I thought it was kind of funny because resource and recourse and change a couple letters around. So anyway, sometimes to me it gets a little bit comical. Yeah. All right. I don't know. Do we talk about the all-seeing eye?
Sure.
Okay. This is back in 2 years ago, in 2023. And we did talk about it way back then, but I think I'm going to bring it up again because I think it's a lot of stuff that we're talking about today. All right. The all-seeing eye is being removed for all to see. Interesting. It's not what you think it is. It is a construct in this physical realm, and it's imploding in on itself. The phoenix shall rise from the ashes of old. Indeed, a most momentous time within this construct. Many of you are saying, at last, while others are saying, what? It is doomsday, yet on another level. Something much greater is happening. A new declaration is being written. United we stand is the motto. United we stand is in the utmost loving embrace of its words. Sovereignty, free of outside influences and control. So that's what's happening now. The dominoes are falling. The new archetype of humanity is stepping forward. Embrace yourselves. Love that self. Know thyself. You are the power and the glory. A new nation is being born. It is. Welcome to the new world.
Mhm.
That's not only United States, a nation of humanity. And I asked a question. I said, I'm hearing that the military is gearing up. Please explain what was said above. And here's the answer. A radical shift is taking place. Soon all will lay down their arms. You will feel the freedom. We talked about that not long ago about feeling freedom. It is the grandest of times. All layers are being peeled to unleash the barrage of military ploy as if all are naked. You then are naked to be free. Reality is being flipped on its side. So, yeah, it is. So, I thought we'd end with that. And you have some wonderful words of wisdom.
Well, I was just thinking about, there's so many people whose world is kind of turned upside down right now. Just pray for everyone to be able to find some sense of equilibrium within themselves, to go within and find that peaceful place, because when things are changing, it's not the same, and we have a difficult time with change. So just pray for everyone, meditate on the peace within everyone, and for everyone's eyes and hearts to be open, and to realize that the thing that links us all is the love. It wraps around us, it flows between us. That's the thing that's real. So just keep the love alive.
Can you explain, or will you explain even the word love? What does that mean to you?
Well, biblically speaking, there's different types of love, like the love that you feel between a friend, and these different types of love, and a godly love that's fully encompassing. Really goes beyond words. So when I think of the word love, that's what I think of, because when you see things on TV these days, the word love has been degraded. It's been taken down several notches to mean something that is so surface that it's really sickening. And so let's get back to what is real, that more godly type of love that is true through and through and permeates everything, is the foundation upon which we stand. Um,
It's a feeling, a
well,
deep
it's
feeling.
more than a feeling. It's a sustaining. It's just beyond words. It's that's what I think of when I think of love.
Mhm.
So now ask me the same question tomorrow, and I might tell you something different. But right now, that's where my head is. I guess it's because of that desire for everyone, for the entire earth, to realize that within themselves and all around, and within everyone else too. Because if you can stretch far enough to realize it within yourself, then it doesn't take too much to realize it within somebody else. So if we can just go that way instead of another way, I'll just leave it at that, then things will go a whole lot smoother.
It's nice talking about another person, to acknowledge another person, and thank them for what they do, thank them for being here, thank them for being at their job, whatever, to help out, and it causes people to pause and like, wow, they're looking at me, and thanking me for what I do.
Yeah, people like to be acknowledged.
They do. They do. That's something that's part of the whole love thing. So, yeah. And that just spreads it, makes them feel good. And of course, the ripple effect then goes from there. But yeah, don't forget to acknowledge others and your appreciation.
Yeah, and if you get to a place where you're feeling pretty lousy about everything, just pull up a video about some puppies. If you want to see what love looks like, joyous love, then look at some puppies. And, it's pretty easy to lighten up after that.
What is that about puppies?
they
So
make they
cute.
make you laugh
Yeah.
and they make you feel all warm and fuzzy inside, and
Mhm.
they're just wonderful.
Good point. That's cute. Oh, that's probably why I like to look at animal videos. I
Yeah.
get caught up in those because they're so cute. So anyway, and some are really smart too. So it's
Yes.
amazing. Give them a lot of
Oh
credit.
man, and they're the biggest teachers.
Yeah.
My last teacher was Moondoggie, and I even named my printing company after her, Moondoggie Press. She was a big teacher. All she had to do was give me one look, and it let me know that I could do a whole lot better than what I was acting out at the moment. So the animals have an
Yeah.
encyclopedias of information to share with us if we'll just pay attention.
There you go. Pay attention. Well, thank you for being here. Any questions that you have, those that are listening? Um, we thank you for joining us. And of course, we'd love thumbs up and any comments that you may have. And we're always enjoy those or anything you want us to talk about or explain, whatever it may be, please do.
Or if you
Either,
have something to teach us,
well, there you go.
have at it.
Yeah, have at
We're
it.
all ears.
We are. So, I was going to say, oh, yeah, we're going to meet either on Tuesdays or Thursdays. Pardon me. Go ahead.
Right now it looks like it might be Tuesdays when we do it, but Bev will let you know.
We both have our schedules, and so sometimes we, have conflicts, or we were ill this one time, both of us. So, or we'll put it off for whatever reason. But we do send out notifications, and at least try to send them out the day before. So if you want to join us live, then you can, or not. But do tune in and be free. Please feel free to share, and we always appreciate that because we are very serious on what we do. And we do it out of our love for humanity and our world. All right. Thank you.
Thank you very much
And have
for staying.
there you go. Thanks for staying. And there's a big reason why you're here. Good day.
Bye. Has it ended?
Oh, no. Sorry about that.
Wrong button.
I see what's happening. Sorry about that.